Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem. This video is an incredibly tricky one, and I say that because I have completely mixed opinions on this game, and it's quite frustrating how you see so many people that leave reviews on games and stuff actually having completely different experiences. Like, if you was to check out one review on YouTube, someone would say a game's absolutely fantastic. You go to the recommended at the side of the screen, and someone's saying the game is the worst installment in the entire franchise, or something like that. You don't often actually get a lot of people that seem to throw their opinions together and have a similar experience. Or that's the way I find it when I look through reviews and when I play games and build up my own opinions and stuff. So Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem is a new standalone expansion to the world of the classic FPS series. It carries on in the Steam description to say, join the fight against notorious mental on a journey through the wild lands of Russia and find your way through this lost chapter of Sam Stone's adventures. So the game came out on the 25th of January. It's currently sitting at an 82% rating after 217 user reviews. It was at 76% after about 60 reviews, but obviously a lot more people have picked it up. A lot more people are enjoying it. You head down to the reviews, and you have people saying best Serious Sam game yet. Basically Serious Sam 4, but improved in every level and one hell of a ride. Then you've got someone saying, for someone who's not really into the Seriously Samuel series, I had fun with it. I imagine people who like the series would appreciate the effort gone into this. This makes me so happy, would love to see more from this studio. Better than 4, but in micro stutters like crazy. And then there are a few negative ones. Someone saying this game's had some serious optimization issues. Constant shuddering regardless of what my settings were. Wouldn't buy until they fix optimization issues. Someone else says, while the general feeling of this left a good impression, the constant stuttering and sometimes even short freezing did not, and is making it unplayable for me. I'll change my review once it's fixed. So with this, from me, it's not a full-on review. This is first impressions. I played just over half an hour. I completed the first level. In these reviews on Steam, someone has said that they had the entire game done, or the standalone expansion, completed in about 4 hours. I had a look on another couple of websites, and they all say the game will take you roughly 3 to 4 hours to complete. At the moment, it's 10% off. It's £15, so it's about $20 on Steam. And right now, as far as I am aware, the game is only available on PC. So in my experience, the first level that I played, it is just more Serious Sam 4. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I can't tell you. I wasn't a big fan of Serious Sam 4, but then I carried on playing it for a little bit, and I started enjoying it more. So in terms of my experience, the little time I did spend on the game, I did actually enjoy it. With Serious Sam 4, I wasn't really too into it. The optimization on the Series X was really bad for me, and it was just like mindless fun, or that's how I worded it. Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem is exactly the same thing. It feels like 4 is basically an expansion to number 4, or that's how it feels to play. In the first level, you have a lot of the same enemies you'll see in Serious Sam 4 within the first couple of levels, but in my experience, this game is a lot more polished. Obviously, it's nowhere near as big. It would have taken a lot less time to develop. Serious Sam 4 released in 2020, then right at the beginning of 22, we have this standalone expansion. But it is, in my experience, really, really polished. You're able to sprint around like crazy, have a lot of enemies on the screen, and there's no micro stuttering. I had one tiny issue in the half an hour I played, and I run up to a rock and kind of jumped onto it, and it like threw me backwards a little bit. But other than that, everything worked perfect. As I said, I only played about half an hour, so I can't tell you about the rest of the game. But so far, from first impressions, I did really enjoy it, had a smooth experience. The game is incredibly generous with the ammo and stuff that you get. I only had it on easy difficulty. I weren't there to give myself a real challenge. I was there to have fun and see what the game was about. So I don't know if the ammo would be limited as you progress through the difficulties. I do imagine it would. But I ended up with like 160 shotgun shells. I had the pump action shotgun, the double barrel, and I also had an assault rifle. I chose to go with a shotgun because it's so powerful, the pump action. But as well as having a pump action, you can get a grenade launcher attachment for it. So I ended up with like over 150 shells or something crazy. Then I ended up with like 70 plus grenades, and they explode enemies in big numbers. They're a lot of fun to use. Not only was the gameplay smooth, enjoyable, there were side missions as well as the main mission. There were different areas, like there was an area towards the end of the level where you had like these jump pads, you were being chased around by the annoying explodey enemies. You had a couple of big fat exploders. You had this thing that looks like Goro from Mortal Kombat. He's got like 4 arms and he chucks like acid balls at you. You've got like the brain-looking robot mech things. And then you've got like your little grunts that chase you around in big numbers, and they're just there to pretty much be annoying, and they serve their job very, very well. So I was originally going to say, avoid this game, do not pick it up, it's not worth its £15 price tag. But that would be me basing it on, I'm not the biggest Serious Sam fan, and it's just mindless fun. There's no structure to the game at all. But I'm going to scrap that. I am going to recommend this game, and I'm going to recommend it because it's a standalone expansion. It's not going to last you too long, but it's not that expensive. You see games nowadays that are being released for 40, 50 and even £60, like $70, $80 or something crazy, and they have about 4 or 5 hours worth of gameplay in them. This is going to cost you $20, or roughly that price. It's currently 10% off, £15, and that offer runs until the 3rd of February. So based on my half an hour, if you play any further than that and there are issues, I have no experience with it, but in my first half an hour, I'm going to recommend picking this game up. It's mindless fun, it runs smooth, obviously depending on your system. As stated by a couple of people in the reviews, there are micro stutters. Even someone that left a positive review said it micro stutters, but I never personally experienced any of that. So based purely on my experience, I'm going to recommend this game. Obviously, if you can find it cheaper, even better. But paying full price for it, you're not really going to put yourself out of pocket if you're used to spending $60, $70 plus on AAA titles. So yeah, in my book, Serious Sam gets a recommendation. I enjoyed the first half an hour, the first level that I played. The skill tree is still there from Serious Sam 4. I think it's pretty similar, to be fair. You've got a good weapon selection, you've got a shitload of enemies to destroy, whether it's grenades, shotguns, assault rifles. You can melee and stab some of them in the eyes and stuff. And I look forward to going back to the game and playing some more. That is going to wrap up this video, however. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.